Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. I've got a breakdown of White Lotus Season 3, the opening theme, and I'm really interested in specifically what's that chord progression, what's the melody, and why does everybody hate this? Not everybody. I love it. Anyway, let's take a look at it today. Well, the first couple of seasons, the White Lotus theme was just fantastic. And the composer for all the White Lotus material, Cristobal Tapia de Veer, has just done an amazing job of like capturing something really very special. And I think in this new season, being in Thailand, there's elements that have to be brought in. Well, it begins with this little accordion, right? I think it is, and little vocal thing. Now that vocal arpeggio is outlining the chords. And then you can look below to see the chords. We're in C, and it rises up kind of Phrygian. That's the theme right there. It repeats. As the opening credits go on, that theme is repeated in a couple of other lead instruments, getting kind of more and more exotic, tons of reverb. And then there's a big old thumping kick and, kick, snare 2 and 4 that comes in. It's a great arrangement. But let's take a look at what's going on here. This original vocal chop, which is, I don't know, it's probably samples or it may be doubled with a live ensemble, outlines the chords. So let's take a look at what those chords are. So the chord progression starts in C very innocuously, but immediately goes to the major chord a half step above it, a Phrygian sound, and then sinks back down to B flat minor where it sits for a second. So a measure, and then down to here. I guess you could say that this chord might be an inverted B flat minor because it goes to a B flat minor root and sits there for 2 beats. And then F minor, and in the melody there's going to be a D flat later on, so it sort of sounds a little D flat major-y. B flat minor back to C. It's very canny. And then B flat, from the B flat minor, F minor, B flat minor, C. So cute and pretty and weird. Slipping forward to the melody is just kind of living on a lot of chord tones. So the very first gesture, that really sounds Phrygian, doesn't it? And this leap up from G to C is with the C chord. And then this really outlines B flat minor, doesn't it? Despite the fact that the bass note is definitely a D flat. So this definitely encourages me to think of this chord here as B flat minor 6. And I love this moment where the highest note, the D flat, comes down to the C. For a moment, it's a C over B flat minor before it sort of sinks back down to a C major chord. So there's this moment of tension, very sort of beautifully dramatic. Here we go. F minor, and then the tension of the B flat down to the C, and that repeats. Tapia de Veer's a great composer. This has earworm written all over it. I think that our audience, for TV series are, conditioned to expect what we've heard before, but something new is always good. And of course, this is what White Lotus has always given us, is what we've come to expect from Mr. White as he directs this unusual series. And it's got some darkness, doesn't it? White has said that this season's theme is going to be death. And we've come to expect at least one of our heroes in this TV series to die every season. So this darkness, I think, in the melody, this tension, this half-step relationship between the C and the D flat or the B flat minor is a big part of the language of the theme. We'll see whether people come round to it or not. Meanwhile, haters aside, I'm digging this theme. I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when I do my videos, and I'll see you next time.